Hi, my name is Dina Galloway, and I am in fashion and accessories. When I was really little, I used to watch my grandmother crochet, and I used to think that she was the most amazing person on the planet, and I would watch her and think, I can do that one day. I want to be just like her one day. She died when I was very young, so unfortunately I didn't get to learn a thing from her, but I always admired what she did. About 7th to 8th grade, I went to Catholic school, but there was this new, fresh, young art teacher that came in. She looked like she escaped from Woodstock. She had really long hair past her hips, very strange to be at a Catholic school, big bell-bottom pants, and she was just really hip, and she made art really cool and fun. One day it was pouring down rain outside, and she's like, hey, you want to learn how to macrame or crochet? And I thought of my grandma right away, and I was like, yeah, I would love to learn how to crochet. So she started teaching me stitches, single stitches, double stitches, triple stitches, and kind of stuck with me. As time went by, though, as a teenager, you get involved in music and get boy crazy, and you kind of forget how cool this stuff is. Then about 7 years ago, I came back from one of my missions trips to Africa, and I was very, very ill, and no one could figure out why. For about 6 months, they really dug into the ground and just could not figure out why. One day after going in for an MRI, they found a very large tumor on my brain, and that same January, I went in for massive brain surgery. I thought the recovery would go like really smooth, like, hey, tumor's gone. 3 weeks later, haha, you're back to normal. It didn't work out that way. Recovery was really long. I'm actually still in it. 7 years later, I have a secondary growth. So there are times I have a lot of time on my hands. So when in the beginning, during recovery, I had some yarn in the closet and a crochet hook, and it gave me something to do. During one of my hospital stays, there were some kids down the hall, cancer patients. I stay on the cancer floor, and they were so adorable. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun to make some character hats for these kids, like Buzz Lightyear and just Despicable Me minions, and just things to bring some joy and some happiness into the time that they're in the hospital, and cover their heads, and they could be their favorite characters and run around and just be happy. And so that's kind of how it got started. I do a lot of crochet items. I do everything from character hats to kind of an urban chic line I'm starting that kind of pressed on my heart about 6 months ago. So I'm starting a lot of fingerless gloves, big cowl scarves, slouchy caps, boot cuffs, a lot of things that more of the teenage crowd and college crowd is in. My 21-year-old daughter is in college right now, and so I started thinking about things her age group would be really into. And that's been a lot of fun. I've already been in the corporate world. Before I got sick, I was very corporate minded. I went to school originally to be was thinking to be a dentist, ended up being a dental assistant, and then kind of changed directions and became a surgical tech, and was all about corporate, all about making the money, all about career. And then after I got sick, everything's kind of changed. I'm more about the memory and the moment of everything I do. So really it's like if I can just make something for a child, or for a cancer patient that's sick, or just for a woman who's having a hard day, and just to see the smile on their face when they open the box, that to me is worth more than anything else. And that makes my world go round right now. Right now, I would just love to just see it expand. I'm just having so much fun just watching the doors that are being opened for me at places I never thought I'd ever go with it. A friend of mine, a very dear friend of mine, had talked to me into starting an online store. I resisted at first because I'm kind of a one-man band, and I thought, oh my goodness, that's a little overwhelming. But as I kind of stepped into the void, it's just been a blast, and now I get to be part of RAWk, and I'm meeting incredible people and with incredible talent, and I'm just excited of where the train is going, and I'm just thrilled to be along for the ride. My name is Dina Galloway, and I am a RAWk artist. you.